Hey gang, this is Stone Jenkins Locks. Welcome back. I've been kind of hit or miss on things. New day IT job. Working from home full time. The first couple weeks are kind of a pain, especially since I'm working from home and my office is in Texas. So, time zone difference and just getting up to speed. You can know a lot about IT, but you got to learn how IT is applied in that environment, and then you got to get, a little bit more totem pole before you can set your own hours. But I just look at my pay stub and I'm all good. So I actually just got a package in today from CLK Supplies with, I can't see if that's, yep. So I purchased the Aero key master key system. And I thought, why not show how I operate my systems, because I don't, as you can see on the screen here, I'm running a virtual machine. So I've got my physical computer right here with my monitors, my tower sitting right there, but when I have programs like this that I install and I know I'm going to use a lot, I'll create a virtual machine for those. If you don't know what a virtual machine is, I've got a video quick explanation over on my Geekdom channel. I'll put a link down in the description. And all it is you're running basically Windows within Windows. And the whole reason I do that is if I install a program or something on my desktop and it dorks everything up, I can shut down my virtual machines, my VMs, put them over to the side, wipe Windows, rebuild my desktop, reinstall the virtual software, and just reattach those VMs, and they're good to go. So for important applications like that, I do a virtual machine. On my other channel, Geekdom, which I rarely do anything on anymore, a lot of people. So, well, let me back up here. Going to address a few things that both channels. Geekdom was a side channel back when I first started trying to do things. So this is my actual desktop. You can see all my programs down here running. Hopefully, no, they're actually below the video window. But this is my actual physical desktop, and yeah, I don't have icons. I hide all my icons because I don't use them. So, virtual machine, I'm using Oracle Virtual VM Virtual Box Manager. I do also have VMware Professional Edition, but each one of these is a separate computer. So I can start this guy up. It's a Linux machine, but it allows me to isolate. If I ever have to destroy and start from scratch my physical desktop, which is on my C drive here. So these are all drives that are attached to my desktop. That's an internal one, internal. That's a USB backup drive. G is internal. Google Drive, that's just for my Google sync. Y and Z are attached through a 4-drive docking station I have. So if I ever have to delete C here, just start from scratch. All my virtual machines reside on the E drive, which is a solid-state drive within my desktop. So I can blow the C drive away, reinstall Windows, Office, what have you. Reinstall the virtual software, and then just reattach. Get rid of that guy. Yeah, power off. So one, I use this a lot because I work with a lot of different operating systems. For example, Mom's XP, this was a desktop I built for her back in, I want to say 98, and she used it until it just physically wouldn't turn on anymore. But she had some stuff on there that she never saved off of. So I took the hard drive, converted it to a virtual machine, pulled the files off, and Bob's your uncle. So with Aero, I know something I'm going to be using. So I created this separate virtual machine, and other channel, people have accused me of, because of my IT background, of using hacked or unlicensed Windows. I'm going to pop it up here. I'm not going to show you the product keys, obviously, but I have purchased a lot of license keys. The ones that say dead, it's how I purchased them. I use a software site called Kinguin, where I've come in and I've purchased Office license, multiple Windows. The ones that say dead are ones I bought and I couldn't activate Windows on. And normally, this isn't for the faint of heart. Normally, you have to go in, put your product key into the machine. And I know I'm getting off track here, but I do not want to check hardware requirements. I'm not happy about Windows 11. I've tried it, don't like it. So here you can see my product's activated. There's a command line you can check also. But that normally doesn't happen with these license keys I buy. What I have to do is I put the license key in, it'll tell me can't activate. Go to run, do SLUI space 04. Pick your country. And then what you have to do is call this 1-800 or 1-855 number, go through a million voice prompts, and then eventually it'll have you put in or say these numbers, these numbers, these numbers. It'll give you a code back, you put that in, and then it'll activate. So it's a pain in the butt, but it's something I'm comfortable doing. I've done it for years in my IT job. So that's activated. You can see this virtual machine has its own little desktop. Next thing I'm going to do is, since it is virtual, it doesn't have hardware. So you've got to add these add-ons to link the VM to your physical hardware. And I know you guys are starting to fall asleep. I hear you. Guy in the back's really snoring. And the reason I'm going through all this is a way to, let's reboot, to install your software, to run it, but also, I'm not looking forward to Windows 11. Not a fan of it. It's got a dock at the bottom, which I think I've got. Maybe I deleted it. Nope. There we go. So this is going to show you kind of my rationale as to why I do virtual machines with important software. So this is my Windows 11 virtual machine. I will say the one thing about virtual machines is, excuse me, this one rebooted really quickly. This one not so much. Alright, let me pause for a second while we wait for this to figure out what the... Okay, now everyone's awake again. So this is Windows 11, and this is why I'm not excited about it. You got this Docker down here. I haven't spent enough time on it to figure out how to, if there's even a way for me to get back the old start button. But I'm not a fan of this. I don't have time to learn it right now. So I don't even know how to shut it off. Oh, there we go. So it's not something I have time to learn right now. So it's another reason why I'm installing this software in a virtual machine. If my desktop is ever forced to go to Windows 11, I can still run this virtual machine, Windows 10. Oh gosh, look, Windows 98. It's probably older than half you guys watching this video. But there's a Windows 98 version that I'm still running. Obviously, I didn't shut it down right. We all remember this screen. So anyways, that's long story, not so short, as to why I'm doing this in a virtual machine. So I've covered, I do pay for the license keys. Why I'm running it in a virtual machine, so that extended, I don't have to learn a new operating system. I can run this forever and a day. Also, just data protection. If I have to blow away my actual physical desktop Windows 10, I can reinstall all that and have this back up and running without having to configure it, without losing any of my saved master key, planouts, whatever, what have you. Another question I've gotten on the other channel is why I have hacked the planet. So I go back to the early 80s with the Commodore 64. That was my first computer. Mid 90s, joined the military. But I think before I joined the military, this fantastic movie Hackers came out. Oh, actually, 1995, the year I joined the military. It's just a nostalgia thing. In the movie, Hack the Planet was a thing. So it's just kind of a throwback to back when I was still inspired by IT and I loved it, couldn't wait to get into it, what have you. So now that we have the guest tools installed, now it's seeing my video card and all that. So for those of you who are still here with me on this video, God bless you. I promise we'll get to something. So, haven't even opened it yet. Should be a USB. Yep. Alright. But how are you going to connect a physical USB to this virtual machine, you may ask? So, on my computer, this is a physical computer. Let's see where it throws it. Can I turn it on? There we go, I just had to kickstart it. So, drive H. So it's physically connected to my physical computer. The good old days. So now, input, nope, USB. I do not know what kind of drive this is. Well, let's see. Apparently not. Okay. Oh, generic 2.0, that probably would have been the better choice. I don't think I have any other flash drives hooked up. Okay. Failed to attach. I see some video editing coming up. Hold on. Okay, the problem was my physical machine hadn't fully recognized it yet, I think. Let's disconnect it and reconnect it. State busy. Does that mean it's still busy on here? Yep. So we're gonna shut it off. So I've got, I really can't pull it up to show you. I've got a 7-port powered USB hub that has individual on-off switches. Just helps with the teleworking, virtual work. It's real easy for me to, when I have a meeting, flip the switch on, all my audio and everything comes into here. Then when I'm off a meeting, I can turn it off, and then it goes through my speakers and everything else. So let's, all right, turn it off. So as you guys may notice a theme in my videos, I don't plan them. I just kind of get an idea and start doing them, which is what happened here. So I haven't fully updated the Windows virtual machine yet. I'd actually just activated it and installed the virtual tools as I was filming. So we're going to go with Plan B, shared folders. What I'm going to do is I'm going to map it to a physical drive in my machine here. Jenkins locks. Okay. Gonna auto mount it, and let's make it permanent. Why not? Okay. So now behind the scenes, in that folder, I'm going to take this, boom, software, Aero. There we go, now we're cooking. Oh, let's see if I need to unblock it because I copied it from, nope, we were good. Now what you guys have been waiting for. 45 minutes of boredom. Okay, I did not see a product key, so maybe we don't need one. Standard, sign your life away. If you guys, this is one thing, especially if you have smartphones, Apple's notoriously bad about this. They slip stuff into their user agreement or UA. Just take a gander at these sometimes. You can install for all users, even though I'm the only one. Accept the default. Seems like a weird. Let's put that. Let's create. Okay. Pretty quick. Alright, looks fully functional. Wow, the build-up was a lot more than the install was, which is good. But now, got the safety of all my virtual machines, just to bore you with more of this stuff. So I've got scripts that I run, or have run every day, that back up my my network storage, comes to G drive then goes to F. So my VMs also do the same thing. And the reason I go from E or the public drive to G is it copies it overnight, and then it can, because it's going to a USB drive, it's going to take longer than during the day. It can slowly copy. So that way I'm not impacting the performance of my desktop, which is my desktop. I use my personal desktop to log into my day IT job. I launched a virtual desktop there. But anyways, this turned into more of a geek video than a lock video. I know PJ did some really good videos. I'll find the links to that and put it down in the description of using this software. And if I remember right, I'm pretty sure back in the day he bought Aero Key. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I remember seeing a video on that. You know, I have tried the what's the Rabbit Soft one. Tried the trial of that. Didn't really. I guess because I saw this video first, I had the ease of this in mind. But let's just. Okay, example. Why not? Schleg. Now here's going to be a question. Well, I was going to say, I wonder if he's going to throw in the GMS MX13 in this, but that's Schleg. Schleg pins and spacings, so you really don't need to. Number spaces 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Generate your master key. Let's go 5 sub keys. 50 change keys. Let's. Oh, there we go. Cool. Well, I apologize for boring you guys to death. I'm going to play around with this some more. Because you saw, I just opened the package and installed it in a roundabout way. But if you guys use this program or another one, you know, let me know in the comments, you know, what you prefer. If you want to know more, and I apologize, if you want to know more about how to keep Windows 10 around, because I've helped some guys, or offered the option to guys and gals. You know, if you go out and buy a computer now, it's going to be Windows 11. I'm never bleeding edge when it comes to operating systems, unless I have to for my day job. Which my previous environment was DoD, so they were very slow to accept new technology. Because you got to vet it out, you got to let them get most of the bugs out. So when I have to, when I'm forced to, I will learn Windows 11. But for now, Aero's installed on its own Windows desktop. PowerShell. I mean, this thing is. It's got its own IP address. It has its own. Where's Device Manager? Device Manager. Oh. So that might have been why. Okay, good. Yeah, I need to do some updates on this. That is one of the downfalls of a VM, is that's another computer you got to run Windows updates on. But I do some super geek behind the scenes stuff to do them all at once. So anyways, if you guys want to learn how to do this, if you know, like I said, if you buy a new computer now, it's going to have Windows 11. So you can, this is definitely an option, you know, do the base, you know, just strip everything down except to the base Windows 11 operating system, run virtual machine, and, you know, I can get on the internet with this. Yep. And now my computer's off screen. It's over here. It's over here. So, Anyways, question, comments, booze. Let me know. Appreciate you guys' time. I'll catch you next time.